Have you ever noticed that small crescent-shaped mark at the base of your thumbnail? That faint half-moon shape, called the lunula, might seem like a tiny, insignificant detail. Most people glance at it and move on, thinking little of its purpose or meaning. But what if I told you that this small, overlooked feature holds secrets that go beyond the surface? Secrets that have been whispered about in spiritual traditions for centuries and hint at something far deeper, something universal. Imagine this. You've been carrying a symbol of wisdom, health, and spiritual awakening with you your entire life, yet it's been hiding in plain sight. The lunula on your thumbnail is like a miniature cosmic fingerprint, reflecting the mysteries of the universe back at you. Think about how fascinating that is, a symbol of your inner potential, of cycles and connections to something grander, right there on your hand. What's even more intriguing is that this little crescent has appeared in ancient teachings and spiritual symbolism. Many cultures saw it as a mark of inner knowledge, a sign that there's more to us than just flesh and bone. It's as if the universe left us a quiet message, one that's there for anyone who's curious enough to ask, why? And here's the thing, I believe that, just like the moon's phases, our lives move through cycles of growth, reflection, and transformation. The lunula is a reminder that we are always evolving, that our physical body reflects our spiritual journey. To me, this symbol isn't just an interesting detail, it's a tiny but powerful reflection of the universal wisdom within each of us. So, as we dive into this topic, remember, sometimes the smallest symbols carry the greatest meaning. Let's uncover the secrets of the lunula together, and see where this journey takes us. If you're as fascinated as I am by the hidden wisdom that surrounds us, then you're in the right place. Here, we uncover the mysteries in everyday details, exploring deeper meanings that can transform how we see the world, and ourselves. If you're ready to continue this journey of discovery and unlock more secrets of the universe, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Not only does it support the channel, but it also ensures you won't miss out on our next exploration. Join our community of seekers and let's dive deeper together. Now, let's dive deeper into the true meaning behind this little crescent shape, the lunula. This tiny mark on your thumbnail isn't just a random part of your body, it's a doorway to understanding something much bigger. Spiritually, the lunula is said to be a reflection of inner wisdom. Think of it as a mirror, not just of your physical health but of the energy, insight, and complexity you hold within. The lunula has long been considered a symbol of balance, a representation of how the cosmos itself functions. It's almost as if the universe gave us a reminder right on our hands that we're part of something far grander. Every time we look at it, we're seeing a reflection of the universe's design, its elegance and its hidden order. For me, the lunula feels like a silent guide, a piece of ancient knowledge passed down through generations. It tells us that wisdom doesn't always come from outside sources. Often, the greatest understanding lies within us, just waiting to be uncovered. And while some might dismiss it as a small anatomical feature, those who take a closer look will see that it's a profound symbol of life's cycles, of rebirth, and of transformation. So, what does this mean for you? It means that wisdom and strength reside within you, waiting to be discovered. This tiny symbol, sitting quietly on your hand, is a reminder that you already have access to inner truths, if only you dare to look. Take a moment to recognize the significance of this mark, because it's not just a part of you, it's a powerful reflection of your own potential and depth. Let's take a step even further into this fascinating world of symbols, because what if I told you that this small lunula on your thumb is more than just a personal reflection? In fact, it embodies something so much bigger. It's an example of what we call the fractal nature of the universe. Now, I know that might sound complex, but let me explain because this concept has the power to shift how we view everything. Fractals show us that the same patterns exist at every scale, from the tiniest particle to the vastness of galaxies. It's as if the universe is telling us that everything, no matter how small, carries the essence of the whole. And our lunula, this small crescent-shaped mark on our thumb, is a piece of this pattern. A reminder that even the smallest things are deeply connected to the grand design. To me, this idea is incredibly powerful. It suggests that we, too, are reflections of the universe's complexity and beauty, that every part of us, down to a single detail on our body, contains a spark of something infinitely larger. It's like carrying a piece of the cosmos with us, a reminder that we're more than just individuals moving through life aimlessly. We're each part of a vast, interconnected tapestry. Personally, when I look at my lunula, I'm reminded that there's a rhythm to all things. Our challenges, our joys, our growth, none of it is random. Just like this little mark, everything in us reflects a greater order. It's humbling to realize that each of us contains a piece of that fractal pattern, that we are in essence, tiny universes ourselves. And once you grasp that, you begin to see your own life in a new light, feeling that sense of purpose and belonging that so many of us are searching for. This simple shape, this lunula, whispers to us about the grand mystery of existence, teaching us that the vast universe isn't separate from us. It's within us, reminding us of our place in the cosmic design. Now, as we continue peeling back the layers, let's explore how different cultures and spiritual traditions have viewed the lunula as something sacred, a symbol of insight, protection, and spiritual evolution. It's astonishing to realize that people, separated by continents and centuries, have looked at this small crescent shape on their thumb and seen it as a powerful mark. Throughout history, symbols have connected people to something larger than themselves. In ancient practices, the lunula was thought to be a sign of an awakened spirit, a person who possessed not only knowledge but a deeper understanding of life's mysteries. Some traditions saw it as a form of spiritual armor, a mark that indicated a soul on a unique journey of growth and enlightenment. It was believed that those with a strong, clear lunula might hold an old soul, someone who has lived through many lifetimes and carries wisdom accumulated over ages. This perspective really resonates with me. To think that something so small could represent a legacy of insight, a wisdom cultivated through time and experience, that's a powerful idea. It's as though the lunula is a badge of honor, a quiet indication of a path walked before, a journey continuing in this life. And whether or not you believe in reincarnation or past lives, there's something deeply comforting about the thought that the universe leaves us subtle clues, signals on our bodies that remind us of a purpose or path. When I look at my own lunula, I can't help but feel connected to these ancient beliefs, to the countless people who saw it as a symbol of protection and potential. To me, it's a reminder that, despite the distractions of everyday life, there is a part of me, and of all of us, that's in tune with something timeless. Our lunula isn't just a mark on our hand, it's a spiritual emblem, a subtle call to remember our roots and our potential for awakening. As we go even deeper, let's consider how the lunula connects us to the cycles and rhythms of nature, a theme that spans all spiritual traditions and one that holds a mirror up to the natural flow of life. Just like the moon's phases, waxing and waning in the sky, our lunula serves as a symbol of the natural cycles we experience. In many ways, it's a reminder that life too follows these rhythms of growth, rest, renewal, and transformation. In spirituality, cycles represent more than just the passage of time, they symbolize the process of becoming. We move through our own phases of learning, of shedding old layers, and of stepping into new versions of ourselves. The lunula, shaped like the crescent moon, echoes this eternal truth, that nothing remains static, that change is not only inevitable but necessary for evolution. It's as if this small detail on our hand is nudging us to embrace the ebbs and flows of life, to see challenges as temporary phases, and to trust that light follows even the darkest nights. For me, there's something profoundly comforting in this. The lunula reminds me that just like the cycles of the moon, our lives are filled with phases. Moments of growth, moments of stillness, and times of renewal. We aren't meant to be constantly pushing forward. We are part of nature's rhythm, which teaches us that rest and introspection are just as important as action and achievement. So, every time I look at this little crescent on my thumb, I'm reminded that I, too, am part of these natural cycles. It's a call to honor the quiet moments, the pauses, and to appreciate the full spectrum of life's phases. The lunula is not just a symbol, it's a guide, a reminder that our journey is beautifully cyclical, always evolving and always connected to the rhythms of the universe. As we delve into this symbolism even further, let's explore the unique connection between the lunula and the moon itself, a link that's been revered across various spiritual traditions. The moon, with its cycles of birth, fullness, and retreat, has always been a symbol of the life cycle: birth, growth, decay, and rebirth. And that's exactly what the lunula, shaped like a tiny crescent moon, represents right there on our thumb. In many cultures, the moon is seen as a guardian of spiritual growth, its phases reflecting our own inner transformations. Just as the moon influences the tides and the natural rhythms of the earth, it's thought to guide the ebb and flow of our own spiritual journey. The lunula, as a mirror of this lunar energy, serves as a small but potent reminder that we too are guided by these unseen cycles. Every ending is a beginning, every low tide brings the promise of a high one. It's a reminder that renewal is a constant force in our lives. Personally, I find this connection with the moon profoundly reassuring. Life's challenges and transitions suddenly don't feel as daunting when I remember they are part of a natural rhythm. The lunula, reflecting this lunar energy, reminds me that periods of darkness or uncertainty are not only natural, they're necessary. They're phases that lead us back to light, moments that deepen our understanding and push us toward growth. The lunula isn't just a physical mark, it's a symbol of our alignment with something greater. Each time I look at it, I'm reminded to surrender to life's cycles, to trust in the rebirth that follows every ending. The lunula becomes, in essence, a small piece of the moon we carry with us, reminding us of our bond with the cosmos and our own inner cycles of change. Now, let's bring in an ancient perspective that takes the symbolism of the lunula into a whole new realm, the view from traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM. In TCM, the lunula isn't just a decorative detail, it's considered a window into our physical and energetic health. According to this tradition, a clear and well-defined lunula indicates a strong and balanced flow of qi, or life energy, throughout the body. It's a visible sign of vitality, and its presence, size, and clarity can offer insights into our overall wellness. In traditional Chinese medicine, the lunula represents the strength of our life force, that vital energy that fuels every aspect of our being, our health, our emotions, our spiritual well-being. If the lunula is bright and healthy-looking, it's often seen as a sign that our internal systems are in harmony. On the other hand, if it's faint or missing, it can indicate an imbalance or depletion of energy, suggesting that some area of our health may need attention. I find this concept incredibly fascinating because it emphasizes how interconnected our body and spirit are. It reminds me that our physical state is a reflection of our inner energy and vice versa. When I look at my lunula, I see more than just a mark. I see a reflection of my vitality, a reminder to care for my body, to nurture my energy, and to respect the life force within me. For me, this awareness brings a whole new level of mindfulness to my life. The lunula becomes a gentle reminder to listen to my body, to notice when I feel drained, and to honor my need for rest, nourishment, and balance. It's a way of tuning into ourselves, of recognizing that our physical health and spiritual health are not separate. The lunula tells us that our wellness is a holistic journey, one where every part of us, from our energy levels to our physical body, plays a role in our path to harmony and well-being. Now, let's explore the more mystical side of the lunula, a side that connects it to our intuition and what some call the sixth sense. In esoteric traditions, the lunula is thought to be more than a health indicator or a physical feature. It's seen as a gateway to heightened perception, a mark of sensitivity to energies and vibrations that lie beyond the visible world. Some even believe that individuals with a pronounced lunula have an enhanced ability to tap into this unseen realm, accessing intuition, or even extrasensory perception. To me, this interpretation resonates deeply. The lunula, with its crescent shape and silent presence, feels almost like an antenna, picking up on subtle signals from the universe, guiding us to trust our instincts and listen to those quiet inner nudges. This mark on our thumb, often unnoticed by others, becomes a reminder of our own potential to sense beyond the obvious, to connect with layers of reality that aren't immediately visible. Personally, I believe that each of us has this ability to connect with our intuition, to feel guided in ways that defy logic but resonate on a soul level. And the lunula can serve as a reminder of this. It encourages us to slow down, to tune into the subtleties of our thoughts and feelings, and to trust those flashes of insight that might seem random but hold true significance. In a world that often prioritizes what we can see and measure, the lunula invites us to honor our own inner knowing, to reconnect with the deeper parts of ourselves. It's a quiet call to acknowledge the intuition that resides within each of us and to remember that there's wisdom in listening to our heart as much as our mind. So, every glance at the lunula becomes a gentle prompt to honor that intuition, to trust the energies guiding us, and to know that our sixth sense is as much a part of us as our physical senses. Now that we've delved into the symbolic and spiritual layers of the lunula, let's take a practical turn and explore how this small mark can actually inspire real transformation in our lives. Imagine using the lunula as a catalyst, a personal guide in a process of self-growth and awakening. I want to share with you a simple, 3-step protocol that uses the lunula as a symbol to initiate meaningful change, helping us align more closely with our inner wisdom and purpose. The first step is self-discovery. This is where we take an honest look at ourselves, our desires, our fears, our strengths, and our weaknesses. Like the lunula, which is a part of us yet often overlooked, there are aspects of ourselves that we rarely notice or examine. This step encourages us to go within, to peel back layers of conditioning, and to uncover our authentic self. It's about asking, who am I really, and daring to find the answers, even if they challenge what we thought we knew. The second step is affirmations and rewriting your story. Here we start actively reprogramming our beliefs, shifting away from limiting narratives and crafting a new story for ourselves. Just as the lunula symbolizes the crescent moon's potential to grow into fullness, This step involves creating affirmations that empower us to expand, to become the person we envision. It's about speaking life into our dreams and reminding ourselves daily of our potential to transform. Finally, the third step is visualization and manifestation. Visualization is a powerful tool that can bring our goals and intentions into sharper focus. By visualizing the reality we wish to create, we align ourselves with the energy needed to make it happen. Imagine the lunula as a small reminder of this creative power within you, a symbol that you carry wherever you go. This step encourages us to envision the life we want and to take inspired action, aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions toward that vision. To me, these 3 steps aren't just a path to change, they're a way to honor the spiritual wisdom the lunula represents. They remind us that transformation starts within, from self-awareness to intentional creation. Every time we glance at our lunula, we're reminded that we have the power to reshape our lives, to grow beyond our limits, and to align more fully with our true path. It's as though this small crescent mark holds the blueprint for our own journey, guiding us every step of the way. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, let's bring it all together, the lunula as a reminder, a guide, and a symbol of something far greater than ourselves. At its core, the lunula embodies the power of imagination and spiritual creation. It shows us that, just like the cycles of the moon, we have the ability to continually renew and reinvent ourselves, to align our lives with the deeper truths that we uncover along the way. In many spiritual traditions, imagination isn't just seen as daydreaming. It's considered a tool for manifesting reality. When we imagine with intention, we're shaping our future, calling into existence what we deeply desire. The lunula, that small crescent we carry on our thumb, becomes a touchstone for this power. It reminds us that creation starts from within, from our thoughts, beliefs, and the courage to envision a life filled with purpose, peace, and fulfillment. For me, the lunula represents a sacred invitation to trust in this creative power. To know that every thought, every affirmation, and every visualization brings us closer to the life we're meant to live. It's a call to engage actively with our own spiritual potential, to realize that we're not merely passive observers in the universe but active co-creators of our destiny. So, as you move forward, take a moment each day to look at your lunula. Let it be a reminder of your ability to imagine and create, to grow through cycles, and to align with your higher self. Remember, this small symbol on your hand reflects the vastness of your own spirit and the limitless potential you hold. Let it inspire you to live a life that's not only guided by the wisdom of the universe but crafted by the power within you. The lunula isn't just a mark, it's a promise, a sign that you are here to awaken, to transform, and to fulfill your highest purpose.